Are you familiar with the phrase seize the day? I know it sounds great and encouraging, but as moms, we know that most days are not what we want or expect them to be. Life happens and things unexpectedly pop up. And more often than not, we feel more defeat in our days than victories. Well, I'm here to tell you that while our days are important, it's how we use our weeks that are the most impactful. I have a little exercise to start us off, so I want you to close your eyes for a moment and picture a successful day. Now, I bet that in your dream of a successful day, there was something about getting everything on your to-do list done. The kids were super sweet to each other and helpful around the house. And there was probably a little bit of maybe you got to go for a walk by yourself or read a book and just kick back and relax for a little bit. Reality, in terms of every day at least, is nothing like that. We can have those days. I'm not saying that's not possible, but it's not typical. We tend to schedule the ideal into our days and our to-do list without truly thinking how realistic that's going to be. And what we end up seeing is those same 10 tasks on your to-do list getting pushed to the next day and the next day and the next day. What we're doing subconsciously is setting ourselves up for failure. Because we're looking at harmony in our days, instead of thinking about the days in our week, creating harmony in the week as a whole. No matter how old you are, I want you to kind of think back to even when you were a kid all the way up until the present day and think about all of those days. Was every day perfect? Probably not. Actually, I can guarantee it has not been perfect every single day. Was every day a success? No. Was every day easy? Of course not. Take school, for example. You, in a traditional setting, you would sit in class for 8 hours a day, depending on if you're thinking about 13 years. And then if you go to college, even more than that. But was every day easy when you're learning new standards and new things? No. But it took practice, and after being in that setting, being in those classes, learning every single day, eventually those days culminated in, hopefully, you graduating and, getting that diploma, that degree, showing, hey, you did this, these standards, this content. So overall, that's a success, right? We measure that as successful. We got our diploma, we graduated. But was every day a success? No. You had days where you failed. You had tests that you failed. Maybe you even failed an entire class and had to repeat the class. But eventually, with all the good days and all the bad days, you got to that point of success, or whatever you measure success as. And we can apply the same idea to our current time with our families and tasks. Every day isn't going to be rainbows and butterflies. I'm sorry, it's just not. But we can aim for making our weeks harmonious and successful by focusing on the compilation of days in that week and not on just the day itself. So how do we make this happen? First, you want to take a look at your week and see what you'd like to get done. Give some realistic time frames on how long it's going to take to get those things done, and then budget in a little bit more time. Try and break tasks and projects into smaller pieces so you can see a little bit better how they can fit into your week. Leave margin for those days that don't go as planned, because there's always those days, so you can have time during the week to catch up. Remember that while the day might not have gone as you planned, you can bring harmony to the week. Some days are filled with sick kids and having to push tasks off to another day, where other days we might have extra time, where we can get what we planned done and then some. Focus on harmony in your week, not just your day. If you want more tips on freeing up time within your week to get the right things done, then be sure to check out my weekly planner for busy moms, linked in the description below. I'd also love for you to come follow me over on Instagram, where I share more tips on how to build a legacy of presence with your family. See you next time.